parents and other friends and family who are gathered here tonight with his favor and protection. For those who may be going through any trials and challenges, if you would bring them peace. As a community of believers, help us be a light to the world around us. Help us maintain strong bonds so that we may serve your greater purpose in all that we do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Remain standing as we celebrate America with the singing of our national anthem.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Chambers Academy Sports Live. We are coming to you from Bessemer, Alabama. We are on the campus of Bessemer Academy, a beautiful 2.5-hour drive up from Lafayette. So we have our 3-2 Chambers Academy Rebels versus the 1-3 Bessemer Academy Rebels. We're a few minutes away from kickoff, and we're getting everything situated here up in the press box, and we'll be having the coin toss. We've already had our prayer and anthem for the evening, so we are about ready to get underway. It'll be Rebels versus Rebels again, Sid.
Yes. Let me say, first of all, the thing that impressed me the most about being here for the last hour is this is an incredibly hospitable place. Everybody we've run across here has been more than willing to help us get set up, and incredibly friendly folks. So we anticipate a good game, good night. So Chambers comes out white and blue, so we'll be the road team tonight and looking for win number 4.
That's right. This is a 3A opponent, so non-region game tonight for the Chambers Academy Rebels. The Bessemer Academy Rebels are 1-3 overall and 1-2 in the region. They just came off a recent victory, their first one of the season against Monroe. So the Rebels are going to try to continue their winning streak after dropping the first 2 games at the beginning of the season. The Rebels' offense is coming together, and the defense continues to strengthen each week.
Yeah, I look forward to, thinking about our keys to the game. We always talk about, again, offensive line play and defensive line play, I think are the critical things for us to establish right away. And then what you want to see from there is you want to see those linebackers really start making a lot of tackles. And from the offensive standpoint, we want to see that four-headed monster, which is the running back, being let loose, and we want to see our quarterback manage this game like he's managed the last 3.
Yes, junior quarterback Cole Baker has led the offense so far this season, has done a good job of managing the game, and he has impressed us with his poise in the pocket and under center so far during the game.
Well, he looks more and more comfortable every week. And, it's like Coach said last week, we're asking him to do things that we're comfortable he can do. We don't want to ask too much. And I think he's doing a great job. I really think he's settled in, and he's really doing a great job of leading this team.
Yes, he is. So as you look across the field when the camera pans that way, for the Rebels tonight at captain at the coin toss will be number 30, Luke Tarver, number 3, Aiden Anglin, number 14, Jacob Norgard, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that number 11 Cole Baker out there?
It's Cole Baker.
He had his hand over that number. I didn't want to list him if he wasn't out there, but yeah, that is number 11 Cole Baker out there for the captains for the Rebels tonight.
Well, one of the things I'm going to do tonight much better, Chester, is I'm not going to call Aiden Anglin Alden. Not a single time tonight, so I want the Anglin family to know that I am making an adjustment there.
Well, you are correct about the kindness here before the game. The PA announcer came over to us and made sure he was pronouncing the names of our kids correctly, so we greatly appreciate that and hope we can do the same with them as well. There's a couple here I may butcher, and I do apologize up front.
Well, one thing to remember is when we first drove up, you remember the first man we saw on campus.
Yeah.
He got us all pretty good when he told us we had to park across the street under the trees, but he was just kidding, thank goodness.
That's right. So the captains tonight for the Bessemer Academy Rebels are number 33, John Terry, number 72, Bronson Moore, and number 35, David Snodgrass.
And number 72 for Aiden Matt.
Number 3 is their specialist. We saw him doing some incredibly good kicks from the punting side and from the field goal side. It'll be interesting to see if he and Noah exchange any kicks tonight from the field goal part of the game.
And we are awaiting the coin toss at midfield. And while we wait, I want to go ahead and thank our game sponsor for this evening. It is Mike Spears, State Farm Insurance Agent in Lafayette. We appreciate you sponsoring tonight's football game and your support for Chambers Academy Athletics.
The coin has been tossed.
And it looks like Bessemer won the toss, and we'll defer to the second half.
Well, we get to see if this Rebel offense can come out and get that offensive surge going right away and get the running backs freed up and see if we can put some offense on the board early.
Well, it's a great evening for football. Temperatures are going to be dropping down into the upper 60s. It's a nice, refreshing evening, a lot better than it was the past couple of weeks, all that humidity.
It really is here tonight. Very nice here, and I look forward to having a little bit cooler temperatures. I think it's better for the kids. It's certainly better for us.
Oh, yeah. Just a few minutes before the runouts commence for the Rebels. This is the matchup of the Rebels again. So we will be referring to Bessemer just as Bessemer throughout the game and the Chambers Academy Rebels. So there is no confusion on that. Little history upon this series. The Chambers Academy Rebels are up on the series 1-2, lost 1. So there's only been 3 prior meetings between these two squads in the long history of both these schools. I was reading where Bessemer established here, 1969, I think it was. And here comes your Rebels taking the field. So not much history between these two, but the most recent game was in 2019 back down in Lafayette, where the Bessemer Academy came into town and beat the Rebels 20-42. I remember that game vividly. They came into town and on a solid year that year, 2019, as we can remember. And they came into town, beat us, but that was the lone loss of the year in 2019.
Well, you pointed out to me they have a long history of winning here. I think you said 8 championships in the 2000s. So definitely a winning history, winning tradition here. So we're getting ready to find out how it goes tonight.
Yep. You are correct. There were 8 state championships in the 2000s.
It's a big banner.
Yes, it is. The boys of fall. That's what that sign says out there.
Welcome to the field. Your hometown heroes, the Bessemer Academy Rebels.
Chambers Academy's Rebels brought a decent crowd up from Chambers County. It's about a 2.5-hour drive, like I said earlier, so we appreciate the folks making their way up there, and you guys at home, we appreciate you tuning in and catching another great Friday Night Lights for the Chambers Academy Rebels.
I think the crowd has picked up a pretty good bit. I'm sure it's a little bit late arrival because it's a long drive, and a lot of people probably left after work to get up here. I think it's a very good showing, and we're just happy to have them all here.
That's right.
I do enjoy seeing the drone over the middle of the field. I think that's kind of cool, so it'll be interesting with their coverage.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of a setup here electronic-wise. 2 camera angles on the field and some drone activity, so they're going to be all over the place. So if you see that flying around, that is just their drone.
And we are directly under 4 very loud speakers here tonight, so you might hear some of that.
Yeah, we're doing our best to try to push out the background noise. Number 1, Braxton Yurda is back deep alongside Kyle Hand for the Rebels. Number 33, that is John Terry. He's got the kickoff duties for Bessemer.
Terry was doing an incredible job in the warm-ups kicking the ball. He's kicking the ball in the end zone basically every kick. So we'll see if they come out with a little different strategy or if he goes deep with it.
What's your mascot? Your mascot? Rebels? Okay.
We need to get the game clock set over in the corner. It's still counting down 2-0. They'll reset that quickly. And if you heard in the background, they were checking to make sure we are the Rebels as well as themselves. Be a little bit confusing on the call tonight, but we'll get through it.
Well, I think the idea of us going Bessemer and Chambers Academy Rebels will probably work out okay. The clock is set.
Decent kick by Terry, taken by Hand on the far side, looking for a seam over there, and he's got some running room, and he is out to the 45-yard line. Great return by Kyle Hand to set up the Rebel offense on their first series.
Kyle took that ball on a dead run and really had a good hole and never broke stride. I mean, he got the ball up near the 50, 45, so excellent return. Good starting field position.
Probably some of the best starting field positions so far for the Rebels at the beginning of game, to start off a game. 1st and 10 Rebels. Baker under center. Quick handoff to Yurt on the right side, looking for the edge, lowers that shoulder.
Good run.
Nice pickup of about 6 on first down to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Braxton continues to, initiate contact when it's necessary. He is really running hard.
Ooh, look at that spot. That's a left foot spot right there.
Yeah, that's. I did not see that. I thought we were in front of the 50.
Well, that's going to be 2nd down and a long 5. Arwood to the near side. Hand off to Yurt off the left side, looking for a hole, stringing it out, and he cuts back enough for a first down for the Rebels. Nice pickup on 2nd down, enough for a First down ball is down to the Bessemer. Ooh, there's a flag on the play.
We pulled a guard there. Levi Waldrop pulled to the left-hand side, and I don't know if we got called for a holding or not.
That's going to push the Rebels back. Wow, that's a huge penalty. Push them back to their own 41-yard line. 2nd and 14 for the Rebels.
We want to avoid those long yardage situations, especially early.
Buster Coker's in there for the Rebels. Inside handoff, looking for some room, found a nice groove right up the middle, close to first down yardage.
Excellent run.
It's going to be 3rd and short. That is a nice looking play.
Buster hit the hole with a full head of steam, and again, you know, we had a really big hole there. Boy, I can't hear myself. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yeah. Quick handoff the middle to Tarver. It's going to be enough for a first down. Great pickup on 3rd down. That's about a 6-yard pickup there right up the middle.
Again, really great run on that.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Rebels, getting to about the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. Handoff to Coker. Got a little seam on that left side up there. Pickup of about 3 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
A little bit of a slow developing play. It looked like the line blocking just didn't clear the hole right away. We still have our what I call our big package in there. Austin Brooks just left, I believe.
We got Aiden Anglin and Evan Arwood to the near side as wide receivers. Pitch over to Tarver on the left side. He turns on the jets and goes up the left side. Picks up a nice gain on 2nd down.
Another hard run. I think that's Luke's first carry of the night, and shoulder down, making contact at the end.
Yeah.
Second carry.
Yeah. But once he got that pitch, man, he was wide open.
1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Rebels. Ball is spotted just outside the 20 at the 24. Handoff to Tarver up the middle. He's got a seam on that left side, and he's going for the pylon. Touchdown, Rebels.
That was excellent interior line blocking. A big hole. He stepped over one tackler, and he was gone.
Yep. And that is a Star Insurance Group touchdown. So with 8:50 left to go in the first, Rebels strike first.
I would have to guess on this, but I believe that's probably closing in on 8 or 9 touchdowns so far this year for Luke, maybe 10.
We'll check with Mr. Waldrop here at halftime and see if we can get a count on that. Noah Hand's in for the extra point. Kyle Hand, the holder. Low snap, but Kyle gets it down, and Noah puts it through. Nice first offensive series for the Rebels. Drove down the field on the kickoff return, brought it out to the other side of the 40. And from then on, it was a running display of the Rebels all the way down.
Well, one of the things that I was really looking forward to is seeing if this offensive line would pick up where they left off last week. And, the interior line blocking was outstanding there. There were a lot of holes. And we do have a 4-headed backfield. I mean, we really have 4 backs who can run any play we have. So we're very fortunate to that. There's a lot of concern when we lost Gavin early in the year, and these guys now have just stepped into that slot, and they're splitting the workload and doing a great job.
They are. The loss of Gavin in the Presbyterian game up there in Carrollton was huge for the team, but the team actually rallied around him, and he's helped them out throughout the process here of getting these underclassmen prepared each week and going out there and executing, and they're doing a great job to pick up where he left off at.
Well, I believe we're seeing our team, especially our interior lines on defense and offense, play with a real aggressive attitude. I mean, they are ready to play every game.
Good start for the Rebels here at Bessemer Academy. We're in beautiful Jefferson County, Alabama. Noah Hand gets the kickoff, and it is out of bounds. So there'll be a penalty on that.
On the play, the kickoff rolls out of bounds.
I noticed Noah in the warm-ups tonight seems to be kicking the ball a little bit low on some of his attempts, so that might be something he needs to adjust as the game goes on. Still with a strong leg, he just was a little bit more of a flat trajectory on his kicks.
Going to bring the ball out to the 35, where Bessemer will take their first offensive series of the game. Their offense is led by number 2, that is Matt Massengill, at quarterback. He is in the shotgun alongside number 30 in the backfield. That's Evan Cochran. Hand off the right side, met quickly by that Rebel defensive line. They're going to give him about 2 on the play, maybe 1, depending on that spot.
Yeah, I think he picked up 2. They're giving him a spot of about 3. I did not see that much yardage, but that hole closed very quickly. The defensive line shut it down. Linebackers came up. What we're going to see is we're going to see Luke come up really fast. We're going to see the linebackers move up and make plays as the line jams it up.
Second down and 7 for Bessemer. Little pitch out to the left side.
Great defense.
And that defense strung him out for little or no gain there on second down. Give him a yard. Number 14, Jacob Norgard, was in there for the Rebels.
Led by number 76.
Ryan Smith got out on the corner too. Did a great job of contain, and I mean that play was really shut down from the beginning. We have Luke and Ryan Ford in at our linebackers again tonight.
First third down of the evening for Bessemer. Oh, ball's on the ground, and it is covered up quickly.
Good decision.
By number 2, Matt Massengill. That's going to bring up fourth down, and fourth down and about 12 or 13. Punting unit's going to come in for Bessemer.
So Jacob Norgard is playing this outside corner on the press box side nearer to us. A little bit more size and, trying to maybe take some of these tall receivers out of the game.
And I assume that 33 in there, John Terry again for. And
low snap.
Yurda is back deep for the Rebels. He's going to take that one about the 28, and he turns it quickly upfield with a head of steam going down the left side, across the midfield, and pushed out of bounds inside Bessemer territory at about the 47. Great return by Braxton Yurda.
That play was just another block away from picking up another 20 yards. The guys are getting the kicks from the kickoff and this first punt and really hitting the corner hard with good speed and making a great return out of both those kicks.
You said it right there. Something we've noticed so far is the speed coming off these backs is incredible. They're hitting the holes wide open. They are not hesitating. Baker under center now for the Rebels. Hand off to Braxton Yurda on the left side. Cuts it up as he found the edge and picks up close to about 8 on that play.
Saw him go down. I think it's closer to 7, maybe 8, though.
Oh, yeah.
Depends on the spot. Depends on the spot.
Far marker fell to the ground as the pursuit went that way. Ball is going to be spotted at the 41 of Bessemer. Second down. Give him second down in about 3.
Good job pulling Levi Waltrip that time. Got out front of the play and made the move to the outside and picked up, I guess it's 7.
Second and very manageable for the Rebels. Hand off to Luke Tarver. Big speed coming out of the backfield. There's that speed again.
Well, our guys are hitting the hole with a lot of aggressiveness. And what's really making that work is there is a big hole there. That offensive line is opening up gigantic gaps, and the backs are not taking any time. They're hitting the holes and getting into the secondary right away.
Great start for the Rebel offense so far. We're down to under 6 minutes here in the first. And the Rebels are threatening again. Ball is spotted at the 26 of Bessemer.
Got Buster here in the slot.
Oh, a little
False start.
false start there on the Rebels. It'll push them back 5.
False start, called against the offense.
We want to make sure that we cut down on, penalties. Maintain our discipline on the offensive side of the ball for sure.
First and 15.
Rebels to the line.
Pitch to Tarver on the left side, lowers that shoulder and gets pushed out about the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of close to 5 on that.
Well, he got the penalty yardage back plus a couple, I think, maybe one. And they're quick back to the line again.
Second and 10. Handoff to Yurda on
He's
the right
outside.
side. He's found the edge. He's going down the sideline, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. Great run by Braxton Yurda. That's going to be first and goal for the Rebels.
Well, as you can see from our confines here, that was your call because I can't see her in the corner of this press box window.
Yeah, anything going to the east end zone will be mine. Going to the west, Sid's got it. Oh, they actually are going to spot him at the 4, just inside the 5 there.
Again, great line blocking. Opened up a hole, and he really turned it on and got to the corner.
First and goal inside the red zone for the Rebels. Looks like ball was on the ground, and can't see who came up with it. Chambers keeps possession, second and goal.
I think that was Luke. I think he just stumbled. I don't think the ball got out.
Oh, okay.
No gain on the play.
Luke Tarver, number 30 up the middle.
Baker under center.
Yurda on the
Looking
outside.
for the edge. He's going for that far pylon. Stiff arm there, and he is in for another Rebel touchdown.
They just
With 4:06 left to go here in the first quarter, the Rebels strike again, and that's a Star Insurance Group touchdown.
they tried to string that out on the defensive side, but the speed and the numbers just beat them on that one. Yurda decided he was going to get in, and he made that last lunge and got the ball in the end zone.
Good hold by Kyle Hand, and the kick is short. May that being deflected. I couldn't get a good quick view of that right there. But so with 4:06 left to go in the first, Chambers Academy Rebels 13, Bessemer 0. And while we got a second here, we want to thank our game sponsor.
And this quarter is sponsored by 216 Auto Sales.
Game sponsor is Mike Spears, State Farm Insurance Agent in Lafayette. Stop in and see them and get a quote for any home, auto, and life insurance. Stop in and see the great folks at Mike Spears Insurance Agent in Lafayette, Alabama.
Late model diesel trucks are underneath and lifted diesel trucks.
Justin, that's the first missed extra point of the year in Noah so far. A little unusual.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if the hand got on it or what happened with that.
No, that was just in the wrong end zone for me. I couldn't see down there.
Yeah, that's my call.
7620.
Good kick.
Solid kick by Hand, taken at the inside the 10, about the 8. Going right up the middle, trying to find a seam, but nothing's doing on that return. The Rebel coverage team gets down there and attacks at about the 22-yard line where the Bessemer Academy Rebels will set up shop for their second offensive series of the game.
One of the things that we've seen on the kicks so far, Chambers' backs are hitting the holes like with total aggressive full speed action, and I'm noticing that I don't think it's a being timid or anything, but it just seems like the Bessemer backs are not having that full speed attack at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the Rebels are being very aggressive on their runs tonight, hitting the holes with full speed and taking advantage of any seam or hole in the defensive line. So 3 wide receivers out to the left for Massengale.
Throwing it.
Hits his slot receiver at about the 28-yard line, tackled by Jacob Norgard. Pickup of 4 on the play for Bessemer.
Good quick reaction on the throw. Jacob came up quick.
On play to the 28-yard line, brings up second down.
Second down and 6 for Bessemer. Ball spotted at their own 28. 3 wide receivers to the far side for Massengale. Ooh, high snap, but he retains it. That's I went out of bounds down there at about the 28-yard line.
That was a really nice play with the quarterback. Bessemer quarterback handled that ball, the high snap, just got outside and threw it away before Ryan Smith sacked him. So that was an awfully good play.
So third down and 6 for for Bessemer. 3 wide receivers to the far side for Bessemer. Play clock was at 0. Pass out to the flats. No one's over there, going down the right side and slipped up at about midfield. There was a busted coverage on that one on the far side over there.
Yeah, the receiver slipped out. Quarterback made a great pass, and away they went. Ball at the 49, so that's, I think, their first penetration into Chambers territory.
First and 10 for Bessemer, right inside Rebel territory at the 49. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Ooh, another bad snap.
That might be a turnover right there. Nope, he got on it.
Oh, ball's still
loose.
Out. And it is picked up by number 50.
Finally.
That was Blaine Robinson, tackled by...
Yeah, the ball was, that's like the third high snap, and that one really got away.
That was Ryan Smith back there in the backfield. That's going to set up a very long second down for Bessemer.
That will be about 25, I believe.
Yeah. 15-yard loss on the play. Yeah, their snaps are either low or high for Bessemer tonight. 3 wide receivers to the far side for Massengale. Same pass out there on the bubble. And he is wrapped up pretty quickly. Picked up about 7 on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for Bessemer.
Quarterback made a good throw. The defensive backs came up and put the receiver down pretty quick. So, good smart play on both sides. Now we still have about 19. Is that what we have here? 3rd and about 19, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 is the scoreboard is accurate.
Massengale's got 3 wide receivers to the far side. Another snap.
Big rush.
Yep.
Big, heavy rush.
High snap. He eludes it. Big hit at the 40-yard line. Across the way. I can't tell who was involved in that, but the quarterback took a huge hit.
And he's up.
That was Buster Coker on the pursuit, it looked like.
Well, it's 4th down. They're going to punt, but that was a well-executed play. He ran for his life, and he just got it away.
Bring up 4th down again for Bessemer. Luke Tarver is back deep for the Rebels. Decent snap on the punt.
Good high punt.
Oop. Tarver couldn't get underneath it and gets away from the ball. And I don't know if the Rebels touched that or not, but the Bessemer team is celebrating as if they did.
Yeah, Bessemer is assuming he did. I don't see any signal from the official. Looks like Luke got out of the way.
Thank you for that.
We're having some assistance tonight.
Yeah. still working out the details on the field, but it looks like the
Chambers
Rebel
possession.
offense is taking over out there on the field. And is that the 16-yard line, Sid?
I believe, Chester, that is the 16.
Fans, we have an outball that's been turned into press box. It has a Dallas Cowboys cover on it. This is yours, come claim it.
Baker under center.
Throwing the ball out.
Yep. Hits his intended target at number 4. That is Evan Arwood.
Complete number 4, Evan Arwood.
Evan made a good pass.
Yeah,
good
pick up
catch.
about 8.
He got out in the flat, and there was nobody around him. He just went down after he caught the ball.
And bring up 2nd down and short for the Rebels. First pass of the evening for Cole Baker.
And that's the end of the first quarter with your score. Chambers Academy 13, Bessemer Academy nothing.
Well, after one period of play, your Chambers Academy Rebels are up 13-0. And while we got a second here, a little break in the action, we want to thank our game sponsor this evening. Our game sponsor tonight is Mike Spears, State Farm agent in Lafayette. Mike Spears has been an agent with State Farm for over 44 years. They're offering home, life, health, and commercial insurance. Stop in and see the great folks down there at Mike Spears at 401 South Lafayette Street, Lafayette, Alabama. You can call them at 334-864-8772. Thank you, Mike Spears, for sponsoring tonight's football game for Chambers Academy Rebels.
I was just noticing a couple of the Bessemer defensive interior guys. We've got a 260-pound tackle, number 53, Brendan Weston, and we got a 330-pound defensive lineman, Conrad Moneyham. So they're definitely got some size on the defensive line.
Yeah, I saw Moneyham up there in pregame. It's a cool last name, Moneyham.
Well, so far, the Rebels offense has definitely handled that size and moved them out. Game is a little choppy so far. It just hasn't seemed like it's been, our usual Christmas. We are up 13-0, so certainly playing well.
Yeah, so far is you said choppy first quarter, and folks at home, if you're noticing some buffering issues, things like that with the feed, we are working off of a hot spot. We are up here in some 5G territory. So hopefully that signal can catch up and the buffering slows down for you. But we are not on a dedicated line or anything like that, so we are using a hotspot. We are ready for the second quarter. And quick handoff by the Rebels and wrapped up quickly. That was number 6, Aaron Hendon. On the tackle for Bessemer.
Dylan Williams just did a really nice job of handling their 330-pound defensive lineman. And it is really loud here in this press box.
3rd and short for the Rebels. Quick handoff right up the middle, and that should be enough for another Rebels first down.
Luke doing his normal job of hitting the hole really hard and keeping those legs turning.
First and 10 for the Rebels. You know, Bessemer is selling out on the run, that's for sure. Everyone is within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. But hey, they're pushing right through it. Buster Coker is following his lead blocker, moving in and out, weaving down inside Bessemer territory to the 45. Great pickup on that first down carry.
Well, it was great line blocking, created a huge hole. And as you notice, Buster coming down, he made several cuts away from defensive players, but the numbers were against him. He had one lead blocker and had 4 guys in pursuit. So he really did a great job of maximizing the gain on that play. The offensive line is a dominating line of scrimmage again.
Yep. Baker shouts out the play to his running backs. Quick handoff, Luke Tarver straight up the middle. Just runs over a couple defenders. Great pickup on first down. Pickup of close to 6 on that.
Yeah.
Well, they'll give him 5 maybe.
Just another power run. Luke runs with that same style every time he touches the ball. Not afraid of contact.
The Rebels running backs are starting their clinic up early this evening and often. Another handoff right up to Luke Tarver, right beside that right side of the line, pushing forward close to first down yardage.
He's going to be there or just a foot away. And I think they might measure this. Nope, it's first down.
Ball is spotted at the 35 of Bessemer. Rebel offense is moving with ease right now against Bessemer.
And, I think we're entering into that mindset on the offense of we're going to run it until you stop it.
Oh, yeah, when you're pulling off 7 yards on first down, might as well keep going with it. Yerta looking for the edge. He cuts back and finds the seam going down the right side, and big contact over there on the far side. Can't quite make out who made the tackle for Bessemer, but that's enough for another Rebel first down.
I think that was number 6.
Yeah, Aaron's been involved in a couple of tackles so far this evening.
Rebels quickly up.
Hand off to Coker, that's Yerta, makes another nice move. Down inside the 5, it looks like.
I think the Rebels got to the line quickly there, caught us a little off guard, and certainly caught the defense off, and they're back up again.
Yeah, tempo for the Rebels in first and goal. Baker under center. Handoff right up the middle, but not much doing on that one. It's going to bring up second down and goal for the Rebels.
Well, it was a really good initial stop, but he didn't wrap the running back up, and he broke free and picked up another couple of yards.
No gain on the play. He brings up second and goal.
Yerta outside.
Yerta on the edge, looking for the pylon. Cuts back, though, and...
touchdown.
Is he in?
Yep. Touchdown.
Hey, another Rebel touchdown. That's another Star Insurance Group touchdown.
Well, let's see if Coach Allen kicks this one or if he wants to go for 2.
This is a odd angle for us here in the box, so if we miss a number on this series, we apologize.
Yeah, we're going for 2.
Tarver and Coker in the backfield. Baker rolls out to the right and hits Tarver, and it's good for a 2-point conversion. So that's going to bring your score, the Chambers Academy Rebels 21, Bessemer nothing, with 8:21 left to go in the first half. Very strategic and just precision drive for the Rebels on that one.
Well, I mentioned the first quarter being a little choppy. That's gone away. Everything is really at max speed. Offensive line and the backs are running the ball really aggressively. And our quarterback, Cole Baker, is really doing a great job of managing this team and this offense.
He is doing a great job. And that is a Star Insurance Group touchdown. Star Insurance Group with offices in Opelika, Auburn, Montgomery, and Greenville. Insuring businesses, homes, farms, and autos in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and North Carolina. Supporting Chambers Academy Rebels since 1980. Go Rebels. Thank you, Ricky Elliott and Star Insurance Group, for being this year's touchdown sponsor.
Rebels offense has been incredibly crisp in this second quarter.
And you mentioned something earlier about penalties. So far, we've had, one false start?
One false start.
That was it. So that's great to continue that going. And a good kick by Noah Hand, taken at the 15. 35 on the return. That is David Snodgrass. He was one of the captains earlier for the coin toss. Brings the ball out to the 31, where Bessemer will take over for their next offensive series.
We just don't see the same aggressive pace of the runs from the Bessemer team as we see from these Chambers Academy Rebels backs. We have 4 guys who really want the ball. I mean, there is no doubt about it. They all want their carries.
That is right. When they get their hands on the ball, they are going to make the best out of that opportunity. Austin Brook is on the defensive line in for the Rebels. Massengale back for Bessemer. Looking long, and just off the hands of his intended target, Micah Ruffin. That was just a drop pass.
Yeah. Actually, it was, I thought, good coverage. He just went up and found that seam. It was a great throw.
Yeah, Massengale laid it in perfectly.
Just didn't catch the ball. So we have to continue to put pressure on this quarterback because he has a good arm, and we have to get our secondary to tighten up a little bit on the play on the offensive receivers. But again, that was really good coverage in my opinion.
Second down and 10 for Bessemer. Massengale drops back, looks to his left.
Pressure.
Great pressure.
Good pressure.
He tucks this and runs. Makes something out of nothing. He picks up about 2 or 3 on the play.
Buster came up really fast and made the tackle. But, I mean, there's pressure. Ryan Smith is blowing through on almost every play, so he's really putting pressure on the center of the line.
So we're going to call this 3rd and 7 for Bessemer. 7:43 left to go here in the first half. Massengale's got 3 wide receivers to his right. Lone tailback behind him.
False start.
Looks to his left. That's the way he's going. And
Nobody
busted
there.
route. No one is there over his intended target. Number 1, Micah Ruffin.
There's a flag, and I believe it's a false start. Or maybe that was a hold, actually.
A hold on Bessemer from the signal down on the field.
Decline that and make a punt, I would think.
Holding, calling it the offense, still is declined. It is 4th down.
So 7:20 left to go here in the first half. Chambers Academy Rebels are up 21-0 against Bessemer.
Kicker's getting a workout. They're just not having any luck against this defensive front and our entire defense so far.
Terry on for the punting duties for Bessemer. Back deep is Yurda. He has his heels at the 25. Nice punt. Going to let that bounce and get away from that quickly.
Get away from the ball.
And it takes a Bessemer bounce down to about the 26-yard line where the Rebels will begin their next offensive series.
Ryan Smith is living in the Bessemer backfield. I mean, even on the punts, putting a lot of pressure there on the kicker.
Now, called by Bessemer Academy.
Timeout on the field by Bessemer. And while we got a moment here, we'd like to thank our game sponsor tonight.
The second quarter sponsor is Hueytown Hardware. Hueytown do its best hardware and supply. Located
Game sponsor tonight is Mike Spears, State Farm agent in Lafayette. Mike Spears has been an agent for over 44 years with State Farm. He is part of the Life and Underwriting Training Councils for State Farm. He's an honor agent with State Farm several times, and he also serves on the State Farm disaster team. Thank you, Mike Spears, and the great folks down there at State Farm Lafayette for sponsoring tonight's game. If you need a quote, contact them at 334-864-8772. Thank you guys for sponsoring tonight's football game.
It thanks to Hueytown do its best hardware and supply for being a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
Well, the Rebel offense is in a groove so far here in the first half. Here at Bessemer Academy in beautiful Bessemer, Alabama, right outside of Birmingham on the south side here of Birmingham. We're on 459 and 2059. Decent drive up here this evening. Baker rolls out to his right. Look, Ball is loose on the ground, and there's a flag on the play too, and Bessemer recovers the ball on the ground. Was that a fumble or a pass?
No, it's fumble. The kid should have just picked the ball up and run for a touchdown. That ball's live. There was no one put a block on the young man coming in.
In the red zone.
Well, that should have been 7. I mean, it really should have been a scoop and score, but the lineman just fell on the ball.
Yep. 1st and 10. They can get a first down at the 1. Quick handoff to number 30. And Ryan Smith, of course, is in that backfield, disrupting the running game for Bessemer. Kyle Hand was in there as well, disrupting that run.
Buster's in there. It was a group of tacklers. I think he lost a yard.
Yeah, like he did there. It's going to bring up 2nd down and about 11. This is the deepest penetration so far for Bessemer all evening long. Snap.
Quarterback draw.
Looked like a missed assignment right there. Maybe not. Maybe it was a designed quarterback run.
I think it's quarterback draw all the way. He didn't really take a look downfield or outside. He just turned upfield and ran.
Buster Coker was involved in that tackle for the Rebels.
Looks like their offensive exchanges between the center and the quarterback has settled down a little bit. The snaps are a little more appropriate.
Yep. 3rd and 10 for Bessemer.
Be a big stop here.
Yep. 2 wide receivers to each side for Massengale. Lone running back right behind him. Looks to his left and going for roughened his target, and
touchdown, I believe.
Touchdown, Bessemer. So with 5:39 left to go in the first, Bessemer strikes their first score of the evening.
That was an excellent play by the quarterback and the wide receiver.
Good pitch and catch there on an out right there. Good timing. That was Micah Ruffin on the touchdown receiving, and Matt Massengale, the quarterback. Massengale does the holding for Bessemer. Low snap, and blocked quickly. I can't see who was that. Ryan Smith.
Ryan again continues to live in the backfield tonight. He's doing a great job. His man is just not handling him tonight. He blocked that pretty much on the tee.
Yeah. He could have taken it off his foot on that one. So with 5:39 left to go here in the first half, Bessemer gets their first offensive score. So the score is 21-6 Chambers Academy Rebels.
That's first touchdown the Rebels have given up in several quarters.
7 quarters?
7 quarters, I believe. And, it's just unfortunate. Quarterback did not have a chance on that play. I mean, he was hit from the blind side. I think the only way you avoid that is if you have, that intuition about the pressure coming. And they did a nice job on the throw and catch. And they're right back in the ball game. I mean, it's 21-6, so new life for the Bessemer team.
Yep, 2 scores difference. John Terry with the kickoff duties. Decent kick down to Kyle Hand at the 10. Full head of speed coming up, looking for a seam at the hashes, and he is wrapped up quickly at the 25-yard line. Not much doing on that return. There was about 4 or 5 Bessemer Rebels down there quickly to swarm Kyle at the 25.
Well, that touchdown gave him a little new life, got the fans excited back in the game, and, we did not expect this to be a blowout tonight. We expected this team to play us tough. They got great size, and they got great skill. From the quarterback and wide receiver standpoint, they have real talent.
And the running back, from some of the highlights I was looking at, seemed to be an aggressive runner.
You just want to take this momentum and shift it back to our side. And that's a good way to do it right there.
Handoff right up the middle. Tarver is toting the entire defensive line.
Number 30.
Up past the 35, enough for a Rebel first down. Great run by Tarver.
Well, he broke 2 tackles coming through the line and had 3 guys on him as they're trying to drag him down. So that's what we've come to expect from Luke. You know, he's just a really hard-nosed runner.
First and 10, Chambers. From their own 37-yard line.
And a sophomore at that.
Hard-working kid out there, becoming a good leader out there for the Rebels. Quick handoff to Yurda on the right side.
Good play, good break.
Stiff arming some would-be tacklers, and another run for first down. That was a pickup of about 12 on that one.
Well, he got that ball to the outside, broke through an arm tackle, never let it slow him down, and then picked up 12. So we have a flag on the play.
I didn't see that.
That is that's unfortunate. We have done some of those earlier, and I'd like to see us clean that stuff up. More likely a hold. Chop block.
Well, that's going to push the Rebels back.
Down off there. A little bit of a picky call, but it's 5 yards, and now instead of 1st and 10, we're at 1st and 15 from the 35. So we bring the ball to the wide side.
Ball spotted at the 35 of Bessemer.
Going short side.
Hand off to Kyle. Hand on the right side. Lowers that shoulder. Picks up about 8 on the carry.
On the carry for Chambers. Number 7, Luke Anderson, and number 21, Landon Lacey defensively.
Kyle Hand getting some action there in the backfield.
He picks up 4 yards, picks up 2nd and 6.
Second down, and we'll call it 6. Ball is at the 27-yard line of Bessemer.
Buster in motion.
Hand off to Luke Tarver off the right side, and he ran straight through that defensive line, and he has got enough for a Rebel first down. We got a player down for Bessemer.
Trying to see the number on this young man. Won't speculate, but
well, we got a timeout here on the field. Something I failed to mention last week. Our game sponsor, Lafayette Heights Baptist Church, was our game sponsor, and I failed to mention that this coming Sunday, the 25th, they're having their homecoming, and Ryan Fortenberry will be there bringing the message on Sunday morning. So stop in and see the great folks up there at Lafayette Heights Baptist Church in Lafayette, Highway 77 North, right when you're leaving town. Stop in this coming Sunday for homecoming, and Ryan Fortenberry will be leading the message on Sunday. So stop in and see them folks.
Should be a big crowd there on Sunday morning. By the way, that was number 8. That's Zane Oliver, who gets off the field on his own power.
That is great to see there. The officials are summoning the Bessemer Rebels to get out there and get this play underway. 1:37 left to go here in the first half.
I'd like to see the Chambers Academy team get this score. It's certainly a 2-minute drill time for us now. I'd like to see us execute that.
Yeah, Bessemer will get the ball at the beginning of the second half as they deferred. Coker in motion. Hand off to Tarver on the right side. That's been a very successful play this evening for the Rebels. They're going to take, Luke's going to take it down to.
Oh, it's a terrible call. We're going to get called probably for that one. Little tie up, deep downfield, had nothing to do with the play. That's not the thing you want to do. But it could go either way.
Yeah. The officials are sorting this out. That was a great run on the last play by Tarver.
Rebels look like they're walking back. Maybe they have found something on that right side because Luke has hit that same hole about 4 different times with the same results, 7, 8, 9 yards on the play.
Yeah. It's a long conference by the officials down there.
They may call offsetting on this, I'm not sure.
Well, here's the call, folks. Personal foul on the Rebels.
Wow.
That's going to push it back to about the 30. Well, it's a spot foul, so it's going to be back to the 37.
Ball placed at the 37-yard line. All right, Rebel fans, we need to get loud.
It's just a penalty. It has nothing.
Yeah.
Now,
Third down and long for the Rebels, yeah.
Nothing to do with the play, which just can't make. That's a breakdown in discipline right there.
Coker's in motion. Hand off to Yurda on the right side. And he makes a move out there, and he's got enough for a Rebels first down and more.
He's going to score.
Touchdown, Rebels.
That was explosive right there.
Woo, with 1:12 left to go in the first half. Braxton Yurda took a 3rd and 17 all the way in for a touchdown. Great running by Yurda.
Yurda made a great move on the corner, cut the ball back just slightly, and then got to the sideline again and turned it on. And he just ran through a couple of arm tackles, and we have that 6 points we gave up on the fumble back, or 7 points.
And that is another Star Insurance Group touchdown.
I'm very happy to see us get some Star Insurance Group mentions on our touchdowns.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of a drought there in the first 2 games, but they have come alive in the past few games, and we appreciate them sponsoring, being our touchdown sponsor this year. So do we have a timeout on the field?
Yeah, we have a timeout for our Chambers.
While we got a timeout on the field, we'd like to thank our game sponsor tonight, which is Mike Spear, State Farm Insurance Agent in Lafayette. Call them at 334-864-8772 and get you a quote on auto, home, life, health, or commercial insurance. Mike handles a large number of his claims in the office himself. So if you're looking for that hometown feel, stop in and see Mike Spear, State Farm Insurance Agent in Lafayette. He's been serving the Lafayette area for over 44 years. Give him a call, 334-864-8772. Thank you guys for sponsoring tonight's game.
That's good. Good.
So we are here with 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go in the second. Noah Hands coming on for the extra point for Chambers. Kyle Hand has the hold. Ooh. Kyle has done a great job getting those snaps down, and the kick is up, and it is good for Chambers. So that puts your score, Chambers Academy 28, Bessemer Academy 6.
Really nice job there on the snap. It was a little bit to the back side of the holder, and Kyle got that ball down in a hurry. And Noah comes through with another good solid kick.
The Hand duo does a very good job getting those kicks down and the kicks up.
That was a really big drive, I think, Chester. You know, we have a turnover. We give up 7 points. We have a big penalty. We actually had 2 penalties on the drive, but 1 big penalty. And the next thing you know, Yurda's gone down the sideline for another touchdown.
Yeah. The running backs have been putting on a clinic tonight with their speed and their just the eyes to find those holes out there. So we are ready for the kickoff by Noah Hand. He drills this one down to about the 20, where it's taken quickly by the Bessemer Rebels, and he is quickly wrapped up at about the 31.
35, they did progress on the return.
105 left to go here in the first.
Really good to see Noah following that kick, coming downfield trying to make a tackle.
First and 10, Bessemer Academy on their own 32-yard line.
Ball is spotted at the 32-yard line. 105 left to go here in the first half.
Basically the same defensive lineup.
Massengill drops back, looks to his
Pressure.
left. A lot of
Pressure.
heat in the backfield. And he is wrapped up by number 25.
Massengill is back in the backfield.
That is Jake Reams, freshman.
That is really nice to see Jake make that pressure.
Play loses 4 yards.
Jake's playing the defensive end position there on the defensive line. Throwing it again.
Massengill drops back. Looking,
Pressure.
Oh, big heat.
Oh.
Somehow he gets out of that one. That was number 25, Jake Reams again in the backfield.
Jake he hit him a little bit too high. This is a good athlete, and he broke that tackle, but he put pressure on him and forced him into now 3rd down and long.
31 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Roughing the passer called against the defense.
You just really love to see some of these young guys, especially young guys with good size and good speed, get in here and make some plays.
Folks, we have a little bit of an issue here with the scoreboard cam. We're going to get that fixed at halftime.
First down.
Penalty on that play?
First and 10 on the 44-yard line.
Massengill drops back. A lot of heat from Smith, and he is pushed out of bounds. That's number 75 out there. That was big Grayson Bonner pushing the quarterback Massengill out.
That was great pressure right up the middle, force him to the outside. Chambers has really been putting a lot of pressure on it. We have to, because this quarterback has a really good arm, and he has 2 big receivers, so it's a great idea to do that. I must have missed a penalty because it was no longer 3rd down. They got a first down to move the ball forward.
I didn't see it either.
Ball's on the 44.
Yeah. 24 seconds left to go here in the first half, excuse me. 2 wide receivers each side for Massengill.
Wide
Pitches
open.
receiver out there on the flats, and he's turning the jets on, going down the left side. And one tackler by the Rebels,
Michael Ruffin.
That was number 4, Evan Arwood, on the touchdown-saving tackle.
That's the thing that we cannot allow these guys to do is get outside with that wide receiver speed because the quarterback can get it to him.
Yep. 15 seconds left to go here in the first half. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line.
Same play this side.
Yep. And the Rebel defense read that nicely. Pickup of about 2 on that.
Number 35, Sawgrass. Timeout on the field called by the Rebels.
Aiden was up on that play really well, and if he could have gotten another step, he might have had a pick there.
Yeah, he was looking at pay dirt on that one if he would have got his hands around that one. 5 seconds left to go here in the first half. We are working on the scoreboard camera right there, so don't know what happened with that. Now remember, the Bessemer Rebels will get the ball to start the second half. And so the Rebels are going to do everything they can to keep them out of the end zone here. But if you get the score here and quickly at the beginning of the second half, it's a whole new ball game.
You want to just you want to stop this drive right here. You know, they're going to have to throw the ball, and I would expect them to throw it in the end zone. If they don't kick it, and you know, I don't anticipate them kicking the ball from the 31. That's where the holder would set up.
Yeah, 41-yarder's pretty long.
Down here on this play, Chester, there may have been a flag for, I saw a trip. One of our defensive linemen stuck his foot out, and they may have called a trip even though it didn't take the runner back down. I just don't know. I didn't see it.
Timeout on the field. Called by Chambers.
Timeout by Coach Allen and the coaching staff of the Rebels.
Coach Allen trying to get a look at that offensive set and see what adjustments he wants to make on the defensive side. I'm sure he and Coach Neesmith are looking for something to slow down that wide receiver pitch on the outside.
Yeah, they're hitting that. I mean, this has been successful for them so far this evening. So they're going to continue to go after it. But this last series on the near side. They did a good job, the defense, of blowing it up there.
This is the second week in a row we've seen a big, strong-arm quarterback with tall receivers with good speed. Last week, Banks did not make a lot of catches. That's not the case tonight. The ball's getting out, and the wide receivers. Micah Ruffin's done a really nice job of catching multiple balls tonight.
Yeah. Hey, that's actually 3 weeks in a row, because remember, Crenshaw had a great.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Big, tall quarterback we've seen for 3 weeks in a row.
5 seconds.
24-yard line.
3 wide receivers to the far side for Massengill. Roll looks that way first. Ooh, a lot of contact in the backfield. Threw that one up, and no one's at home. And we still have 1 second left to go on the clock.
The receiver was not looking for the pass. He was looking to make a block, so I don't know. There's a little bit of a busted play there. And that was a long 4 seconds.
Yes, it was. So 1 second left to go here in the first half. Your Chambers Academy Rebels are up 28-6 against Bessemer.
Need pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, Bessemer is threatening. Last play of the half. Massengill's got 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to the right. He's looking straight to the left the entire time. He's going right down the seam and overthrows his intended receiver. So at the half, your Chambers Academy Rebels are up 28-6 against Bessemer. Folks, we are going to take a break here, get some halftime stats from down on the field, and come back to you a few minutes before the beginning of the second half. So grab a couple sodas and some snacks and get ready for another great second half action of Rebel football.
James Kennedy, Jesse Campion, Tamia Clark, Avery Walker, Allie Mae Litton, All-American Harley Payne, All-American Info Captain Tabitha Wade, and Senior Captain Lily Bice.
I'm good. I still got that drink. Thank you, though.
You want to walk around with us, or you going to hang out here?
I'm good up here. Thank you.
Hey, I'm going to go get a water or something. I'll walk down there.
get some calls from the request line. Your Bessemer Academy Rebelettes. All right, let's welcome to the field your 2022-2023 Bessemer Academy Varsity Cheerleaders. Introducing your cheerleaders. Jesse Sloan, Tyra Skinner, Libby Salter, Chloe Lunley, Madison Mergendahl, Aiden Langston, Blakely Fowler, Maddie Barnett, Brooklyn Allen, Captain and All-American Kate Snyder, Captain All-American Cameron Moore, All-American Alana McCray, Jada Harris, Captain All-American Haley Daly, Senior All-American Abby Foster, and Senior Anna Castle.
All right, folks, and welcome back to Bessemer, Alabama. We're on the campus of Bessemer Academy. Your Chambers Academy Rebels are up 28-6 versus Bessemer. It's been a pretty much a running back clinic for the Chambers Academy Rebels this evening. They have been putting on a show for everyone. And we've got some halftime stats we want to share with you. We got this from Mr. Waldrop down on the field. These are unofficial stats. Yurda has 9 carries for 137 yards with 2 touchdowns. Tarver has 11 carries with 104 yards and 1 touchdown. Coker has 4 carries for 50 yards and 1 touchdown. Cole Baker is 2 for 2 for 11 yards and a 2-point conversion. So the offense is spread out nicely amongst those running backs back there. And on the defense side of the ball, Tarver has 3 tackles and 2 assists, and Big Ryan Smith has 3 tackles and a blocked extra point on the defensive side of the ball. So one fumble turnover for the Rebels, and that was on a blindside hit on Cole Baker. Ball was recovered deep in Rebel territory, and Bessemer slid in for a touchdown. So that is your scoring and stats for the first half. And we are about ready to get underway for the second half. Good kick by Noah Hand down to about the 18-yard line.
Make a tackle.
Decent coverage by the kicking team. And Bessemer will take the ball at the 34-yard line.
One thing we do want to make a correction on, number 25 is Drew Shepard. They made a uniform switch tonight. He may play some tight end as well as defensive end. So I got that from Coach Jackson earlier today, just at halftime, actually.
So that was not Jake Reams. That was
Drew Shepard.
Drew Shepard. All right. Good to get that information.
We appreciate Coach sending that in. You know, the defensive pressure has been really key tonight, and the offensive blocking and running has been awesome so far. Quick hitter up the middle. Very little gain.
And that is Shepard in there as well for that tackle. 25.
And number 62, Brian Ford.
Pickup of about 3 on that. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 7.
Big Ron Smith has been very disruptive tonight. It feels like he's got a lot more tackles than that because he's been pressuring the quarterback so much and putting pressure on running backs.
Massengale in the gun.
He's throwing it.
Fakes a handoff, tipped right at the line, but that was Drew Shepard in the backfield with a block pass. Tip pass.
Drew's making a lot of impact here on the defensive front.
That's going to be 3rd and long for Bessemer. It's 3rd and 7.
I believe Drew is a 9th grader. Is that correct?
Yes, he's a freshman. Play clock down to 10. Bessemer's going to have to move quickly to get this snap off. Massengale's design quarterback run.
Oh, big Ryan Smith, man.
Yeah.
Ryan took on a block and just took the quarterback straight to the ground. That's off. That was just an awesome hold your ground tackle.
Yeah, he stuck his big right arm out there and took down Massengale for a loss on the play of about a yard. It's going to bring up 4th down and 8. So the punting team comes on for Bessemer. Braxton Yurda is back deep for the Rebels. He's going to put his heels on about the 30.
I don't understand Bessemer not throwing the ball to the outs more than they have coming out of the halftime. That was very successful to end the quarter.
Terry on the punt.
Get away from it.
Takes a bounce, and
good
Yurda
bounce.
takes it on one bounce, and he's looking for the edge on the left side here. Uses the blocker, runs right out of his shoe.
Oh, he almost broke it back to the middle.
And he is tackled. Oh, excuse me, that was a towel. I thought that was his shoe he ran out of.
That was David Snodgrass made a really nice tackle because as Yurda cut back to the middle, it was free and clear toward the center of the field, and he was pretty much the last man on this side to tackle him.
Well, the Rebels will start their first offensive series of the second half. at their own 44. 10 minutes and 11 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Rebels will be looking for a little bit more insurance on this drive here to get that separation between them and Bessemer.
Bessemer is very small in the linebacker and secondary here. They're all on the line, but they're not a big team in that part of the defense.
Hand off to Yurda, coming this way right into your screen, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Pickup of about 3 on the play.
Good blocking to spring him to the outside. Just a lot of traffic. That seems to be what the guys are doing on defense. Bessemer seems to be just crowding, following the ball with a lot of players, and you can only do that when you're jamming the line of scrimmage. So I would expect us to throw the ball in the flat again, maybe take a shot over the middle again.
Baker was successful on both of his pass attempts in the first half. Coker's in motion. Hand off to Tarver on the right side. Found a bunch of running room on that side, and he is turning on the Jets down to about the 39 of Bessemer. First down, Rebels.
Luke did a really nice job of making a cut off tackle, getting himself outside. And if you notice, there are a lot of hands trying to grab the ball from him. He does a great job of covering the ball up and holding onto it. Seems like every tackle that is made on him, it's 3, 4, 5 players. So there's a lot of arms, there's a lot of grabbing. He does a good job ball control.
Yes, he does. So ball is spotted at the 34 of Bessemer. First down and 10 for the Rebels. Rolling under 9 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Handoff right up the middle. Nice pickup on first down. Pickup of about 7. Excuse me, correction, 6 on that.
Luke's just a battering ram when he gets that play. You know, he hits the line basically at wide open full speed. And you better be ready to tackle him or he's just going to run through you.
Yeah, no arm tackling with him. You're going to get low on him and get those powerful legs out from underneath him. Second down and 4 for the Rebels.
Another half with close to 300 yards rushing. I think we would have been very close to that number.
Second and 4. Hand off to Yurda. Cuts it right back up and
runs
bulls
over
through
2
the
players.
defensive line. And that is going to be enough for another Rebel first down.
You see these running backs take a hole and make a great cut and then just run through people. Yoder ran through 2 tacklers there and put some punishment on the receiving end of that. They're not punishing him. He's giving it.
Yep, looking at over 300 yards of rushing so far on the evening for the Rebels.
Jacob Norgard in the backfield here.
Jacobs a sophomore. Hand off to Luke Tarver again, following some big blocking. And he just flies forward for a pickup of about 9 on first down.
What's really important about his running style is it's very aggressive. It's a low center of gravity, but the thing that I really admire about him is he hits the line at his top speed. It's there immediately.
Yeah, he goes from 0 to 60 in like 0.2 seconds. Second and short for the Rebels. Call it 1. 7:20 left to go in the third quarter.
Throw the ball, maybe. Nope.
Another handoff to Luke. They're not stopping it, so keep feeding the man. And he is down for another Rebel first down.
Well, we go back to that philosophy. If it's working, make the other team stop that from working before you really get out of it. We've got some substitutions on the offensive line there. Jonathan Caulfield's in at a tackle position.
And we are working towards the west end zone right now, so the line of sight is a little bit limited. We're going to do our best to call this.
You can't see, and I'm trying to.
Baker under center. Handoff again to Luke. Met in the backfield, but drags a would-be tackler for a couple yards inside the 10.
I know it gets redundant, but, I mean, when you're hit by that many people, 2 yards off the line of scrimmage, and you control the ball that well, he has really good ball handling skills, too. Rebels look like they're trying to go to a little bit of pace here.
Yep, it's second and goal. Correction there. I said second down and 10. Or first and 10. It's second and goal.
I think they're from the 7.
Okay. We're at the 7. Baker's taking as much as he can off that play clock. Pitch out to Tarver. Found
He's
the
in,
edge.
I think.
And
Touchdown.
he is in for another Rebel touchdown.
That's just Luke off tackle with a head of steam.
And that is another Star Insurance Group touchdown. So with 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the third, the Rebels strike again.
Number 86, Noah Hand is in for the kick.
Noah Hands on for the extra point.
Kyle Hand, the hold.
Kyle Hands, the holder. Good snap. Hold is good, and the kick is up for another good extra point by Noah Hand.
The point is good.
So with 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the third, the Rebels are extending that lead 35-6 against Bessemer. And we'd like to go ahead and thank our touchdown sponsor this year, which is Star Insurance Group, with offices in Opelika, Auburn, Montgomery, and Greenville, insuring businesses, homes, farms, and autos in Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, and North Carolina. Supporting Chambers Academy Rebels since 1980. Go Rebels.
One of the things I'm really happy to see is Chambers came out and just stopped any momentum that might have existed off that turnover and score by Bessemer. So really an outstanding job to stop them right away and to drive the length of the field and get another score.
You're absolutely correct. When that, you could feel the momentum about ready to turn over to Bessemer on that fumble recovery. The crowd got into it, and everybody was excited. But the Rebels, they stayed calm, collected. They did what they had to do, and they brought the momentum right back to them, to their side of the field. So with 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the third, Rebels are in control right now, 35-6 against Bessemer.
Just domination on the defensive and offensive line of scrimmage. That's the key so far to the game.
Noah Hand on for the kick. Fair catch.
And fumble, is that live ball?
He's down.
Number 8, McDonald goes off to the fair catch.
Looks like about the 21 maybe.
From the 25-yard line.
25. Okay.
On the fair catch, they'll give it to the 25.
Yeah, I think I saw him just move back after he signaled that.
Well, just a reminder, folks, this is a 3A team, non-region game tonight for the Rebels. We get back into region play a week from next. We go to Abbeville. Next week, the Rebels have a bye, so we have the week off to heal up, have any nicks and bruises addressed real quickly. Nice play in the backfield. Luke Tarver was back there to trip up the running back for Bessemer. So we've got a week off next week, Sid, and then we come back for a Thursday night game away in Abbeville, back into region play. So Thursday night game, middle of the season, kind of different for the Rebels. So we'll see how that works.
Big Austin Brooks in on that play as well. Made a great tackle. We've got some young guys out on the field, which I love seeing. But you're right. We have a week off, and then we go down and visit a region opponent and try to take a win away from Abbeville. Pitch wide.
Out there to number 30 on, which is Evan Cochran for Bessemer. Picks up about 4 on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
Ryan Ford continuing to play really well from that linebacker spot. I do not see, is Luke in? Yes, Luke is still on the field as well. Ryan and Luke are both at the linebacker positions. You got Buster on the wing out here, so it basically still a starting lineup.
If we're not calling Ryan's number, the PA announcer is. He is everywhere tonight.
That's correct. Drew Shepard shifting to the far side.
Massengale in the gun. Flips it out again to this near side.
Oh, big pressure.
wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. That was Buster Coker.
Buster just really hit to the ball. That may have been a stunt because, we usually don't go for that kind of deep penetration, but it may have been just a stunt that he was giving a free pass to the ball.
Yeah, 3 and out for Bessemer. Ticking under 4 minutes left to go in the third. This third quarter is moving at a quick pace. Rebels are up 35-6.
Yard back deep for the punt.
John Terry has been a busy fellow tonight with the kicking.
Shanked.
Right off the side of his foot. And that's going to take a bounce to the near sideline out at the 42. Great starting field position for the Rebels. We'll probably see a big influx of younger players out on the field as we get ready to wrap up the third quarter and start the fourth for the Rebels.
If we don't see that before Tyson Hewitt checking into the backfield, we haven't seen much of Tyson tonight. Buster and Norgard make up the running backs. If we don't see that in the next couple of minutes, I think we'll see that in the fourth quarter. Levi Waltrip still on the field.
Number 4, Evan Arwood to the near side. Baker still under center for the Rebels. Quick handoff.
Wow.
That's to Tyson Hewitt right up the middle.
Just a really big hit. He really put a look on the defense there. He hit the ball, hit the hole again with a lot of momentum. And that's our fourth running back. It's not any kind of priority there. I'm not saying that's a depth chart thing, but it's the fourth guy who's carried the ball, and he's carried exactly like everyone else, just with a full head of steam, hitting the line, running hard. Looks like Evan Arwood's going to split wide here to our side, the short side of the field. Norgard with the ball.
Takes it off the right side, got a lead blocker.
Touchdown.
And he uses it wisely, and he is one tackle away from scoring, wrapped up at about the 11-yard line.
I really thought he was gone. I did not know that single player was going to make that play. And I think that's number 14 on the Bessemer side is Levi Bice. And Levi's limping a little bit after making the tackle.
Ball is spotted at the 14.
Sorry, Chester. It looks like he came in from the corner position there. Make that play.
Kind of a different play here. Not too sure what's going on. And
face mask.
Coker was wrapped up, deep. That was a busted play there. I'm not too sure how that started off, but the result is a loss on the play. Ball is going to be spotted at about the 29-yard line.
Thought there might have been a face mask on that tackle. He went down head first pretty quick there, but it's easy to call that after the play, but he should have just cut his losses and gone to the ground. It's not the way we run typically. He's still trying to fight for every yard he can get.
The officials are having a conference about something. It may be that face mask, it looked like. As the sticks the down marker has not moved over there.
Yeah, face mask.
Yep. Oh, excuse me, correction. There, he corrected himself.
Well, that'll be a first down.
Yeah, he first pointed to the Rebels and quickly changed that call towards Bessemer.
Just the way the running back went to the ground, it's just too abrupt. His head first. Usually he's a big personal foul following that.
That's not going to be a first down. Correction, that's a spot foul.
Spot foul, okay. I thought it was automatic first down, but nope, it's a spot foul.
Yep, it's going to be first down and I guess 11, if I'm looking at that correctly.
Yep, first and 11.
Yep. Yeah, the foul occurred deep in the backfield, so they marked off that penalty yardage and getting back close to the original line of scrimmage.
Quick hitter up the middle.
And
penalty flag on that one play too.
And we got a Rebel limping off the field.
That's Hewitt.
They have a little right ankle issue out there. And was that Hewitt on the?
Yeah, that's Hewitt.
Who was on the carry on that?
I believe Tyson was on the carry as well.
Holding called against the offense.
Holding on the Rebels, the call on the field.
Getting a little sloppy. Finishing the quarter up here with a little bit disjointed play.
24-yard line.
When you got a lot of substitutes coming in and out like that, there's going to be some issues out there, wondering who has the assignment and trying to compensate in case they miss their assignment read.
Well, the score's 35-6, so we just need to run some clock.
1st and 21 is what they have on the board. Play is blown dead quickly.
Right on the play. False start called against
False
the
start on the Rebels, going to push them back 5.
Well, Coach won't be happy with those kind of penalties. I mean, we're just now having a little breakdown, so you just can't allow the game to get this sloppy. You got to get your guys, no matter what year they're playing, no matter what their rank in the depth chart are, it would be. They have to play better than this.
Yep. Ball is spotted close to the 30 of Bessemer. Still on first down. They got it 1st and 26 on the scoreboard. First down is inside the 5. And off to Norgard on the right side. He's got a burst of speed out there, and he is pushed out of bounds.
Norgard dishing out some punishment on the tackle as well.
Takes out of bounds by a host of Rebels, led by number 5, Jackson Barnhill.
Well, let's.
Looked like Landon Lacey was there on the tackle, maybe the push out of bounds, and took a little punishment.
I think the ball is going to be spotted close to the 15.
It was a really good run. Turned the ball back upfield, got to the sideline, and just ran through a couple of arm tackles again. Norgard still in the backfield. Tyson Hewitt back on the field.
Coker's in motion on the sweep, hands off. Getting some nice yardage downfield as he slices through that Bessemer defense.
It's a manageable 3rd down. It should be about 3rd and 6, I would think.
Clock is rolling. 35 seconds left to go in the 3rd.
Led by number 6, Aaron Hendon.
3rd and 5, it looks like. I know you've got a terrible angle there, Chester. It's just hard to see the yard lines from here.
Yep, and there will be one more snap here in the 3rd, as there's about a 5-second differential between the play clock and the game clock.
Chambers running much clock as possible, trying to get the play off before a penalty. Hewitt up the middle. Didn't get the first down, but had positive gain.
Well, that would take us to the 4th quarter. After 3 quarters, your Chambers Academy Rebels are up 35-6 against Bessemer.
They picked up 3 yards at 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with your score, Chambers Academy 35, Bessemer Academy 6.
Another running clinic put on by the Chambers Academy Rebels here in the 3rd quarter. From Bessemer, Alabama, Chambers Academy is taking on 3A Bessemer Academy Rebels. And right now the game is in hand with the Rebels up 35-6.
Well, Chambers has come out and played incredibly well early in the 3rd quarter with just the same really aggressive and dominating, offensive play and defensive play. We got a little bit sloppy there, but again, after all those penalties, we're looking at probably 4th and 2.
4th and 2 from the.
So there's just a level of aggression, I think, that's on our side tonight. You know that Coach in a couple of the past interviews has said he feels like his players are getting their cleats in the grass, and that aggression is spreading across the team. And if you look at these running backs, they have come out very aggressive tonight. I'm not sure that I've seen them hit the holes consistently across all 4 of them. Throw Norgard in there, it's all 5 of them. And they are really taking the ball to this defense.
Yeah, I noticed that first early in the beginning there in the 1st quarter. They were hitting those holes with power and speed. They had a mission on their mind, and it was a touchdown, not first down. They were going for a touchdown on every carry, and that has carried over through 3 quarters of play. And the Rebel offense is taking this game under control. The defense has done a wonderful job as well. Couple plays here and there that some bubble screens were busted out on the Rebel defense, and they recovered quickly. The only score for Bessemer was off a fumble recovery where Baker was hit from the blind side. Ball was loose. They recovered it quickly inside the 20, and then up a nice out pattern to Micah Ruffin from Massengale for their only score for Bessemer.
Tyson Hewitt back in the game. He's over that injury. Looks like he's at full speed. Norgard's still in the backfield, I believe.
Yes. Baker under center, 4th down and 2. They can still get a first down at the 4. Hand off to Jacob Norgard, going for the pylon. Touchdown, Rebels.
That was a great misdirection play. Handled really, really well by the back end of quarterback. Excellent blocking. Had a big hole, and it's 6.
Hey, we'll call it again tonight. This is another Star Insurance Group touchdown. Feels good getting their name out there every Friday night, Sid.
Yes, it does. And you know, it's really good to see this offense click this well across the entire list of running backs. And, you know, you and I have talked about this. Coaches mentioned I've got a couple of other guys who can run the ball. They're a little nicked up. You haven't seen them yet. I think we may be getting a little hint of what that is tonight.
That is correct. Low snap, but Kyle gets the hold down, and it is good. Another great extra point by Noah Hand. So with 11:54 left to go in the game, the Rebels are up 42-6 against Bessemer. And while we got a moment here, we want to thank a very special person at Chambers Academy, Taffney Nelson. We'd like to thank her for all the great work she does, capturing all of our memories of our kids and everything going on throughout not just Chambers Academy but Lafayette. We greatly appreciate her. So go check her work out at taffneynelson.com, where she can capture all of your memories. This is your season. Make memories. Thank you, Taffney, for all you do for us.
Absolutely. Taffney does a great job, and just an incredibly super person along with that. So it's always a pleasure to see her. It's always a pleasure to watch her work. She's a hard-working photographer, and she's at all these games. There's no doubt about that.
She has some great action shots. I love to see on Saturdays or whenever she can get those pictures up. We love to look at those pictures and catch some action shots from all of the great folks at Chambers Academy. Number 7, Ricky Brooks is in on the kickoff team for the Rebels.
Deeper kick.
Taking it about the 11. Ball is on the ground. Picked up quickly at the 20.
Get in there, Ricky.
And Ricky was the first man down there.
Slowed him down. Just didn't finish the tackle.
And it is finished off by number 16. That is Eli Wharton. So we were going to see probably a fresh crew of Rebel defensive players out there, and we're going to get these guys listed off as soon as we can.
See Parker Otto on the field.
Colton Fuller.
Eli Wharton. Yep, Colton. I expect to see him tonight. Already know Landon's on the field. Ricky Brooks. Or did Landon come off? I'm just not sure there.
Fake pitch and
throwing it really deep.
Going right down the seam, underthrown, and it is caught though at the Rebel 41. That pass was way underthrown, but the receiver came back. That was Micah Ruffin, made a great adjustment to catch that pass from number 2, Massengale. 1st and 10 for Bessemer.
Ricky came back. Aiden had good coverage, but he got turned a little bit, and the kid made a great catch on a short ball. You know, this is what I don't understand, why they didn't come out in the third quarter doing exactly what they're doing right now, throwing the ball deep.
2 wide receivers to the near side for Massengale, 1 to the far. Should be 2 to the far side. Looking to his left, getting flushed out of the pocket. And he is pushed out of bounds right at the first down marker. Looks like it'll be enough for a Bessemer first down.
Yeah, this Bessemer team has talent. There's no doubt about it. They got good receivers. And, again, that quarterback is a big, strong young man and a great arm. But he broke contain there. There was more pressure, but he broke up the middle, and, you know, the linebackers are off the line, so he picked up a quick, easy 10, maybe 12.
2 wide receivers to each side for Massengill. Lone running back behind him. Gives it to the running back, and he is met quickly in the backfield by number 56. That is Dalton Norris on the tackle.
Yeah, Dalton was on that play and made good pursuit, got to the guy, knocked him down from behind.
A lot of good-looking young players out there for the Rebels right now. A lot of talent coming up. Massengill drops back, looks to his left.
Throwing deep, I think.
Hey, that was might as well call that a coverage sack. He had to throw that one away. There was nothing open downfield and a lot of pressure coming in from the D-line.
Well, he threw it away because he had no other choice. Yeah, it was just, it's just, too many people coming through the line with too much speed. You had to hold somebody up or your quarterback's going to go down.
The PA announcer announced holding on the Rebels, and it kind of took me back there for a second. So that was the Rebels of Bessemer got called on that.
So is that why you had that look on your face like what just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ball is spotted at the 44 of Chambers. Massengill's got trips to his right side.
Oh, he's got pressure again. Number 12, excellent catch.
That was number 66, Spencer Newman, in the backfield, disrupting the play at the beginning.
Caden Birch made a really nice play, caught the ball behind him. The quarterback's under pressure, immense pressure, but he got the ball away because he's a big, strong kid and he can throw the ball. So, it's a nice, efficient, not exactly I'd say efficient drive, but they're getting those first downs. Now it's 2nd and 4, it looks like.
Yeah, it's
I expect to see these guys throw it the rest of the game. I certainly would be doing that myself.
Yep. 3 wide receivers to the right of Massengill.
Roll out.
Yeah, rolling that way, looking for a target. And his receiver worked back across the formation. And
made a good catch.
Yeah, I thought he was bobbling as he went out of bounds, but he secured it.
Well, the quarterback puts a lot on the ball, and that ball kind of bounced around in his hands, but he secured it before he got out of bounds. Drew Shepard, coming from the defensive end position, chasing the quarterback across the field, but just couldn't get to him. This is a pretty good drive here we got going on with 9:44 to go.
Yep. Bessemer's in the red zone, 1st down and 10. Massengill's looking to his left. A lot of pressure by the Rebels. Ball's loose on the ground.
They may have called him down, but he had no time there.
Great pursuit by that Rebel defensive line.
I think Chambers is going away from the contained typical defense and starting to let people come through with a rush. There's just a host of people. I saw Drew coming in from the defensive end. Spencer Newman was up the middle putting pressure on the quarterback. So there's a lot of guys coming after the quarterback right away.
Ball stays with Bessemer.
Loss of 2.
2nd and 12 for Bessemer. Strong snap.
That's a hold.
There.
Drew Shepard knocked him down, I think.
56. Yeah, that's Dalton Norris again in there.
Drew got behind the quarterback and gave him a pretty good shove, and the rest of the defense finished that off. The defensive end is not handling Drew at all, and he is freed up. There is not a lot of contain now. He's coming down hard off the end to the quarterback.
Yeah, 3rd and 14 for Bessemer. 8:23 left to go in the game. Definitely 4-down territory for Bessemer. Massengill, quick pass out to the left side. Ball was on the ground. May have been behind the line. They're going to say it's a forward pass.
That's just a tough play to have this drive come down and you get yourself in a position where the receiver's open, quarterback makes a great throw to you and just not hold on to it. I'm sure he feels terrible about that, but it just cost him more momentum. Probably wouldn't have been a 1st down, but tough break.
Yeah, make that 4th down much more manageable. But we got 4th down and 14.
Well, let's see what kind of pressure we get dialed up from this Rebel defense. See if they punch down the middle on the ends again.
Massengale's in the gun.
Oh, yeah.
Looks to his
There's
left.
There's pressure coming from every direction.
He has nowhere to go and just throws it up for grabs. Yeah. And ball is going to go over on downs to the Rebels.
That's Hewitt, number 25, Drew Shepard. I mean, there's a lot of guys coming in after the quarterback on that. So that's a philosophy change from our defense. We go away from that contain, it looks like, and now we're just saying, this guy's going to drop back and throw it. We're going to put pressure on the quarterback.
Well, this younger group of Rebels seems to have I'm not saying this in a bad way, it seems a lot more speed off the edges as compared to your seniors and juniors out there. This group seems to have a lot more speed on the edge.
And I think what's happening is that change of philosophy, or that adjustment to philosophy, whereas the starters are really containing, they're trying to not penetrate as deep. I think that's gone out the window, and we're saying, go get the quarterback. And the young guys are going after him.
Philosophy could change with your personnel in the group, in the lineup. So 7:52 left to go here in the game.
I just saw an adjustment there. Number 57 is Jacob Bradley, I believe, on the field for Chambers.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field called by Chambers.
I think Spencer Newman's going to take over the center position for the Rebels tonight.
And while we have a timeout on the field, we're going to go ahead and thank our game sponsor tonight, which is Mike Spear, State Farm agent in Lafayette, 401 South Street, Lafayette, Alabama. 44-year agent with State Farm. Mike offers auto, home, life, health, and commercial insurance. He's been a part of life underwriting and training councils. He's an honor agent with State Farm several times, serves on the State Farm disaster team. He was also on the board of directors at Chambers for 14 years. And Mike's handles a large amount of his claims in his office. So if you're looking for that hometown feel for your insurance agent, stop in and see Mike Spear, Lafayette, Alabama, State Farm.
A lot of changes in the Rebels offense as we come out, the Chambers Rebels offense.
Can we tell who's in a quarter?
I believe Landon Hand, I believe, in there. Yeah, it's number 8. Landon taking over the quarterback job.
Big head of steam off that left side of the line over there. Couldn't get a read on that number.
We just have such difficult angles here. It's hard to see the yard markers, and it's really hard to see through half of the glass here. Landon staying in. Ricky Brooks coming on the field. Colton Fuller is on the field. Too many men, maybe?
Clock is rolling, and the play clock is down to 1, so don't know how they're going to manage that. Oh, they're going to reset it.
Yeah.
Ricky Brooks to the near side.
Kyle Baker back at quarterback. Oh, good run.
Number 6, Yerda on the carry.
Peyton Yerda.
Number 6, Peyton Yerda, the younger brother of Braxton.
Peyton made a good break through the center of the line there and got to the outside and cut the ball up. And, I thought he'd gone down in that stack up in the middle of the line, but he got outside and turned it on for another 10 yards.
.610 left to go here in the game. Play clock is down to 12. Rebels are getting the call from the side. Handoff right up the middle. Pickup of about 3 or 4 on
Number
that.
16, Eli Wharton.
Yeah, Eli Wharton on the carry. He is a freshman.
Eli Wharton on the carry for Chambers.
That pipeline of young talent looks good for Coach Allen.
Parker Exon into the game.
Play picture 3 yards, 2nd and 7 on the 42.
As we were speaking earlier about the running back situation, as many as they have coming up, Coach Allen has done a great job of cultivating good, strong football players over the years here. Handoff to number 24 on the sweep. That's Colton Fuller. There's a penalty on the field. We'll need to check that.
Number 24, Colton Fuller.
Colton has the exact same running philosophy that his cousin Luke does. It's turn the corner and run through the defensive back. So that was a really nice cut up the field, and he's going to be tackled. He decided to put some punishment out from the defensive back.
And surprisingly quick, both of those players. When you look at them, their speed is very deceptive. You do not think that they have the top end speed as they do, but they have some great flat out speed when they get in the open field.
I'm just really happy to see these young guys come out and be relatively smooth. Now, they've had a couple of penalties here, but they need to recover from that. But they need to I would love to see them at least sustain a couple of first downs.
Quick handoff, looking for some running room. Not much there.
Yeah, nothing there, Yurda again.
That is freshman Peyton Yurda on the carry.
And Chester, we have to come up with a defensive and offensive player of the game before the end of the game since we're on the road this week.
Yes, we are going to try to work on that and see if we can come up with the offensive and defensive player of the game. And we are going to work on presenting that before we get out of Bessemer this evening. 3:41 left to go in the game. Rebels have this game in hand. Working that left side over there.
Good run.
Pickup of about 6 on that. Eli Wharton on the carry for the Rebels.
Nothing fancy, just grinding the ball out, trying to make some yards, run some clock. Good, solid play.
There's a penalty on the play. Well, we are back here with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Rebels are up 42-6. Ball is now in Bessemer territory. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line.
Busted play. It's all right. Turn it up.
Hand's going to check this one and not lose anything on that.
No game, but, it was just a busted play, and he made a good decision to turn back to the line of scrimmage and get what he could.
Smart move by the young quarterback. Clock is rolling. 2nd down and 10.
Well, it looks like we're going to leave here with a 4-game winning streak, and the offense is really clicking, producing some points. So that's a real positive. And the defensive fronts and the linebacker play, our secondary, we've got to tighten up a little bit of our coverage issues, but the defense has played great. Yurda.
Hand off to the young Yurda, and he is working through that defense.
Oh, he's close to the first down.
Yeah, he lowers his shoulder, and he is pushed out of bounds.
I really like the way Peyton runs because he just reminds me of the starting guys. He reminds me of the 4 guys that we've got in the backfield running every week, it seems like. He just turns his shoulders upfield and drives through the defensive players.
It is going to be 3rd and short, marked just shy of first down yardage. 1:24 left to go. Play clock's down to 14. Hand under center.
Get the first down and victory formation here. Yeah, first down. I really expect victory formation for the rest of the clock.
Best formation in football.
101, I think, is on the clock. Under a minute. This looks like we've got Drew in there at tight end, which is the thing with the number shift that we talked about from Coach Jackson earlier. Now a change.
That's 15. Hunter Andrews checks in. And we are in victory formation here in Bessemer.
Got big Zach Burkett in there.
Yeah, big 71 in there.
It's good to see our guys get on the field. I want to see everybody on the field. So big win. Continue that momentum. Do we have our players of the game? Well, okay. I'll tell you, I think the offensive players It's going to be players of the game. We're going to be our trio of running backs. It's going to be Yertra, Tarver, and Coker. And each of those guys is going to be over 100 yards, I would think, for the game. And our defensive player is a guy we had earlier on. Big Ryan Smith has just dominated the line of scrimmage tonight as far as I think we both agree with that. He's put pressure on the quarterback. He blocked an extra point, and he's made multiple tackles. So
yeah, he's been all over the place.
Those are your players of the game as far as our road hurry-up selection can afford.
Yeah, congratulations to those 4 guys. We had 3 offense players of the game. And we had 1 on defense, Ryan Smith. So great performance overall by the Rebels. Just an amazing offensive showcase here of the running backs.
But the thing I do want to emphasize, those kids are selected by us as the players of the game. You could pick anybody, it seems like to me, on the starting offense and the starting defense for either of those roles. It's just those guys excelled a little bit more because it was a complete total effort tonight. Really outstanding play on the defense and the offense.
Yeah, the Rebels came up here on a 2.5-hour drive, came into Bessemer, and pretty much handled this game from start to finish. It was a great offensive performance by the Rebels. The running backs were just amazing all night. Cole Baker did a great job managing the game again.
He really did.
And it's great to see these kids mature and start to come together. The chemistry starting to come together. And we are going to have a week off next week. Coaches can heal up any guys with any nicks or bruises and get those guys ready to come back to region play Thursday night in Abbeville. And that's going to be a Thursday night game. And if you can't make it down there, you'll have it on here on Chambers Academy Sports Live. And we'll get that signal up from you, coming from you from Abbeville. So looking good so far. We've brought through the middle of the midseason point here. The Rebels are looking strong. The confidence level's growing with the kids. So things are looking good. And as we get deeper into region play, we'll see how things, pan out. But the big eyes, though, are coming down to Cecil, Alabama, the 14th of October. Macon East and the Rebels coming together, which will be an exciting game.
Extra week to prepare for Abbeville, really to just take our time and game plan for that game, and probably maybe a look in the film room a little bit ahead at Macon East because that's going to be a big game, and then we'll close it out after that. So, it's really nice to have a 4-game winning streak. That's one thing I can tell you is very nice. So we'll just look for number 5 next week.
Yeah, 1 game at a time, and we'll take this bye week off and let us all freshen up and get a mid-season break, and then we will be ready to go into Abbeville. And so we'll be signing off here from Bessemer, folks, and we appreciate you tuning in. Want to thank all of our sponsors again for all you do for Rebel football.
Absolutely.
And everybody, if you're traveling back from somewhere, be safe getting back to Chambers County. Have a safe week, and God bless.
Thanks, Chester.